welcome to the 142nd installment of Em Alejandro, your number one place for sports, cars, video games, fitness. If you're a man, you're here. Mr. Alejandro's about to tell him.
What you about to tell him, Alejandro?
I'm about to tell him about my top 5 power forwards in the NBA.
Tell him, Alejandro.
TA drinkers, let's do this. Number 5, my man's Milli, aka Paul Millsap. Solid post game. He got a little ratchet. Got midi, 3-pointer. Defensively, I want some more goon defense from Millsap. So until then, he's only going to be number 5. However, I got to give him some credit because his game has definitely improved from when he was in Utah. He was more of just a goon rebounder back in them days, but now he has more basketball skills. That's what's up. Number 4, we got to go with my man's LMA, aka LaMarcus Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge offensively is sound. Fundamentals on deck, B. My problem with LaMarcus Aldridge, his goon defense is not all there. Not to mention, in the playoffs, I feel like he fell flat. Him and the Spurs were up 2-1 against the Oklahoma City Thunder. You gotta find a way to close that out. And you will get penalized on the top 5 list if you don't want to find a way to close that series out. Because when I look at that roster, LMA, I look at you as one of the best players on the team. So you know what that means?
Step it up, son.
Number 3, we gotta go with the package hunter, aka Draymond Green. I'm a big fan of playing undersized bigs. I feel like that's where the NBA is heading, basketball in general. When you have a big that can stretch the court, that's going to be a problem for a big that's only trying to protect the rim defensively. Now he has to get on the perimeter and show them guard skills. And there are some bigs who are not quick on their feet defensively. They don't have that lateral quickness. They stiff, you feel me? Pause. And they're not going to be able to handle all these bigs with guard skills. I'm a big fan of what Draymond Green brings for the Golden State Warriors. He's their best goon defender in my opinion. My brother keeps complaining, talking about it's Klay Thompson. No! It's Draymond Green. More versatile. He can guard a center all the way to a point guard. Klay Thompson cannot guard bigs. Draymond Green allows the Golden State Warriors to play small ball, which is what makes them one of the most dangerous teams in the league. Not Klay Thompson. Not that Klay doesn't bring something big for the Warriors, but what Draymond brings is something that no other team can bring, because a lot of teams don't have a big in a small's body. Pause. Number 2, we gotta go with my man's Blake Griffin. Duncan specimen, baby. This man, his basketball skills have definitely developed. I like his ball handling in the post. He's much more of a threat now than he was when he first came into the NBA. He's improving from the free throw line. His form still looks funny. However, he's definitely improving. He's got to show DeAndre and Andre Drummond some work, man. You got to show him how to get better. And let me just throw this out there for Andre Drummond and DeAndre Jordan. Completely off topic. Those are 2 players who can't shoot free throws. Y'all need to work on the granny. That's the Rick Barry. I call it the granny. I use the granny in NBA 2K16, and I'm a beast with that granny at the free throw line. Everybody's laughs, but I don't care. You can laugh all you want, because it's still 2 points. Anyway, Blake's game has definitely developed. I want to see if he can help take the Clippers to the next level. I don't think he will. I expect Blake to go to a new team after this upcoming NBA season because his contract will be expiring. Where to? Who knows? He has ties with Oklahoma City because that's where he's from. So we'll see if he joins Russell Westbrook soon. My number 1 power forward in the NBA today is UNIBROW, aka Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis, his game is amazing. One of the best shot blockers in the NBA. He has a midi, a little bit of wetness. His offensive game is only improving, but defensively, he's one of the best goon defenders in the league. And he came straight out of college as a beastie defender, and he's only improving. Anthony Davis's issue is durability. And one thing that my brother definitely says, and he's right about this, durability is the best ability. AD, you need to be more durable, son. You need to drink some leche. That's going to help with the unibrow and all that. You're going to get way more bunnies than you are now. And if you think you're getting all the bunnies right now, trust me, you're going to get even more. Anthony Davis's game is lit, and I want to see if he can help take the Pelicans to the next level. Honestly, when I look at the Western Conference, I feel like it got weaker now that Kevin Durant left the Thunder and he joined the Warriors. So we're going to see if Davis can help take his team to the next level. I do think that organization needs to get him some more players, though, real talk, because I feel like they don't have enough. But hey, we'll see what up. Here's a list of some noteworthy goons. We gotta start off with my Dominican man, Cat, aka Karl-Anthony Towns. Cat just had a solid rookie season. I expect to see him and the team that he's on, the Minnesota Timberwolves, blossom. There's a lot of hoopla about this team and Cat in general because a lot of people feel like they're the next big thing. So we're gonna see if they can live up to that Brock Lesnar line and be the next big thing in years to come. Next up, we gotta show some love to one of the geezers, one of the vets that helped pave the way for a lot of these goons that's in the league today. Tim Duncan, aka Mr. Fundamental. One of the most boring superstars you will ever follow, ever. I know absolutely nothing about this man. I'm not gonna miss him because I ain't really know him like that. But as a basketball player, he had a midi, post game, on deck, top tier defender, rim protector, all that. One of the best players to ever play in the league. I wanted to put him in my centers list, but I straight up forgot. So he's getting some love as a power forward. A lot of people like to say that he is a power forward. Not in my eyes. You're 7 feet. You're a center, okay? He only played power forward at times because there were some times where he had some other centers on his team. You understand? And since he's so versatile, he can go and play the power forward position. But especially now, when he's as old as he is, he's a geezer, he's definitely a center. He ain't got no lateral quickness to be dealing with these power forwards. But shout out to my man Tim Duncan. 5 NBA championships. Everybody slurps up Michael Jordan. He got 6 chips. Duncan got 5. And he did it in a variety of ways, different eras, different teams, different roles, you feel me? So Tim Duncan is one of the best basketball players to ever play the game that Mr. Alejandro simply won't remember because he was just so quiet. You gotta talk, son. You gotta talk more. Next up, we gotta talk about my man's Bizzle, aka Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh has serious problems. His career might be done, B. He has a reoccurring issue with blood clots, you feel me? And it's something that stems from the fact that he's so tall and he takes a lot of flights to go to games, you understand? On the road when he's outside of Miami. So I don't see this problem getting any better. The Miami Heat, real talk, they might try to not even play him because there might be a clause where they may not have to pay him. So we're going to follow and see what up. Ultimately, his game speaks for itself. When I compare him to Kevin Love, who's currently with the Cleveland Cavaliers, I feel like Bosh was a better complementary player next to LeBron James. One thing nobody really paid attention to was Chris Bosh's goon defense. Kevin Love does not play that goon defense that Chris Bosh does, and I really feel like LeBron's gonna miss Bosh, man. But the league in general will miss Bosh if he's unable to continue to play. I'm a Bosh fan. I make fun of him a lot because, you know, he kind of looks funny at times, but his game speaks for itself. I would like him to play for the Knicks or the Nets, real talk. I'm a fan of Bosh's game. So shout out to Chris Bosh. Amazing wife, by the way. She's from Venezuela, so you know I gotta give her a little shout out. Yay! Next up, Kevin Love.
Dropping dimes.
He kind of just broke down his game. Offensively, it's sound. He got a ratchet. His problems are on defense. He's not a top tier goon defender. I don't think he's going to become a better goon defender anytime soon. He's a beast on the glass, though. Definitely a hound when it comes to rebounding, you feel me? And I definitely feel like even though he doesn't bring that defense to the court, he still brings enough offensively and rebounding wise and IQ wise to where you can definitely utilize Kevin Love. And last but certainly not least, we got to shout out to my man Serge Ibaka. You feel me? Because Serge Ibaka is one of the best shot blockers in the league. Serge Ibaka was part of a core of, you know, players that I followed for a minute with Westbrook, Durant, and everybody with the Thunder. But now he's moved on to the Orlando Magic. I'm excited to see if he could take a step forward offensively and possibly lead the Magic because he kind of, you know, maybe he wanted his own team the way that Beard wanted his own team. We're going to see what up. IBlocka, I'm rooting for you. Let's go. There you have it, folks. Mr. Alejandro's top 5 power forwards in the NBA. TA drinkers, do y'all think this list was accurate? Or do you think this list was a swing and a miss? Strike 3, you're out. Tell them in the comments.
Tell him.
Tonight's zebra flavored bow tie is brought to you by Countess Mara. It's black and white and it's the right fit. Shout out to my mans Colin Kaepernick. Tune in for more sports, cars, video games, fitness, and all that. Follow at Tell Em Alejandro to hear my immediate reaction to live sports events, or if you want to hear me cover a certain team or topic. Tell them. Outro music. Ooh, I said it.
It's Mr. Alejandro's top 5. It's Mr. Alejandro's top 5. Tell him. Yo, top 5. Tell him. Yo, top 5. It's Mr. Alejandro's top 5. Mr. Alejandro's top 5. It's Mr. Alejandro's top 5. It's Mr. Alejandro's top 5. Mr. Alejandro's top 5. Top 5. Top 5. Top 5.
That's it, you ain't getting no more. Go away.